Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kurha, Wadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, and faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, great millstone who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And was a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, or so-called Chinese person, or a so-called Indian person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about Esau, Amalek. I haven't watched any. Well, I watched a little bit, but not so much. I don't know what they're gonna be talking about in most of these videos, but it's about Esau, Amalek, so get it started. So anyway, I'm gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture my best ability. Say whatever I gotta say through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemal Shah, the Holy Spirit of Kurhak Badash, Lord will be on me. Let's get it.
Israel is losing some of the people it can perhaps least afford to lose. A new Israeli tax authority study shows a sharp surge in immigration among the country's highest paid professionals, including technology workers, doctors, and engineers. It raises...
so people leaving and they losing tax revenue or whatever. Yeah, people abandoning the rat nest of in that land, in the Holy Land, which is being destroyed by these damn rats. Now they're going somewhere else to destroy.
In Israel, of a deepening brain drain and billions of dollars in lost tax revenue. The exodus of affluent Israelis nearly doubled in 2023 and 2024 compared with the years before 2020, reaching record levels. This matters because Israel is a small country with few natural resources and depends heavily on human capital for both economic growth and national security. The top 20% of earners contribute 92% of the country's income tax revenue. Technology is at the heart of that system. The sector generates...
What, spyware? That's all they make over there for technology. Shit that spy on your ass. And weapons of mass destruction. And that's it. Nothing to help your ass, to cure your ass. No technology that benefits life. No, nothing at all. But just shit that just to destroy or be nosy.
Creates about 1/5 of Israel's gross domestic product, more than half of its exports, and roughly 1/3 of total income tax revenue through salaried workers. The Tax Authority's Planning and Economics Division examined income and tax data for working Israelis who immigrated between 2015 and 2024. It found that immigrants now earn about 50% more than the average Israeli before leaving the country. The study says the outflow increasingly involves highly educated professionals.
Now, why are they leaving the country? Yeah, we know because it ain't safe, but why are they leaving out of it? I mean, it's supposed to be safe. Well, anyway, my point is, they're not the people. All this shit going on is showing that these people are not the people. Damn, people leaving the country, leaving that land, claiming they're the holy people. Why? Because it's too dangerous, or maybe, I don't know. Well, I know it's because it's too dangerous. But shit, they supposed to be dwelling in safety. First off, if they leaving because it's dangerous. But anyway.
In the prime of their careers. Researchers say the data cannot establish one cause. They point to post-COVID-19 pandemic, labor market changes, political upheaval over the...
Hold on, what did that shit just say? It says...
labor market change.
God dang it, move too fast.
They point to post-COVID...
immigration of highly educated Israelis hits record high. Are they highly educated? Shit.
COVID-19 pandemic, labor market changes, political upheaval over the judicial overhaul, and the security crisis that followed the October 7 attack.
And the exodus could cost Israel $233 million in tax revenue annually.
And the war in Gaza. Now, historically, Israelis often immigrated in search of better economic opportunities abroad. But the latest research suggests prolonged conflict and political tensions are now contributing to elevated departures. According to a Tel Aviv University report, nearly 50,000 Israelis left the country in 2025, the third consecutive year at that level, a trend it says could threaten Israel's long-term strategic interests. Now, the financial impact is significant as well. Annual income taxes paid by Israelis in the year before they left averaged about $166 million through 2019. Now, that jumped to roughly $400 million annually in 2023 and 2024. Now, the study estimates that the current trend could cost Israel about $233 million in tax revenue for each year of elevated immigration. Experts warn that if the trend continues at this pace, the annual loss could reach $3.5 billion within 5 years. The tax
Oh shit, they'll cover that losses from America. Yeah, America, we need more money. Print us some more money. Yeah, and they'll send it over. Whatever. Next video.
Why is Rabbi Shmuley in Iceland? And I've been asking myself this question the entire day. What actually is it about Iceland? Why would he want to be there? Why would he and his son, and probably an entourage of certain people, why would they...
What is that, Rabbi Smoothie? Kosher Sex author. The author of Kosher Sex. Oh, his daughter, him and his daughter owns a sex shop somewhere in Israel, I think in Tel Aviv somewhere. They own a sex shop selling all the trinkle dinkles and the bunkin dunkles and the damn vibrators and butt plugs, and they claim to be the chosen people, and they're selling butt plugs and twinkle dinkles and snooky lookies and I don't know what the fuck they got out. I mean, I don't know, dildos, just say it like that, and vibrators. Come on, bro.
Feel the need to go to Iceland, and I've seen people joke about they're so dumb that they thought that they were
selling sex books about how to be kosher in the bed.
going to Greenland, and then that's where they were taking over the land. So they were just trying to go visit their latest conquest. But who's to say that they don't have theories of grandeur when it comes to conquering Iceland? Well, it turns out that Schmucky wasn't satisfied with going and harassing a woman who was the girlfriend of a guy who trolled him, insulted him, got him off his phone for a second and said, hey, I just wanted to tell you something, fuck Israel. And he had an entire conniption about it, started recording him, had a complete meltdown about it. They're over in Iceland for a reason.
Yeah. They take the land and live there. We got some frozen rats living over there. Some frozen baby dick suckers living over there. They want to live. They want to feel the chill. Yeah, they want to feel the chill. Some of them like to be the tropics. You know, some of them rats like the tropics. Some like to be where the ice is. Shit. They want to be there to set up shop and live there and kick everybody. And hey, a lot of people that living over there. I don't know how the population is, but so-called Native Indians live over there in Iceland. Jake live over there in Iceland. Oh yeah.
They're not there for vacation. What I think they're there.
So they come out there to kick Jake out of that land too. Some of the real, won't say it Jews, but Israelites, because you got Jews consist of Southern Kingdom, and the Israel be pretty much all together. I'll just say Israelites all together.
Therefore, which I think is kind of interconnected to a lot of the stories that we've been covering as of late, in terms of a number of the people that are connected directly to Israel. That's number one. Whether they're actually living there or they're part of the Zionist cause.
And a lot of these videos I'm playing was like 4 days ago, maybe 5 or 4 days ago. But either way it goes, it's news. Yup. It's all about exposing Esau, Amalek, so-called white man, but he ain't white, he's red. And he's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot fucker named Amalek.
This entity. Places in Cyprus, places in Argentina, places in Southeast Asia. That small community in northern Italy.
Soon them niggas gonna say we want to go to the moon. They want to live on the moon. But you know damn well nobody never been on the fucking moon. How the hell you gonna be on a ball of light, a ball of energy that gets glowing white? It's be too fucking hot to live on. Anyway, but they'll probably say some shit like some ridiculous shit. Rats on the moon. Rats wearing small hats on the moon.
And now they're going to Iceland because this is a almost universally white country. So you would think that they would feel
I don't see it. Well, you do have Jake there, though.
Accepted there. At least that's what my thinking is in terms of why they went there in the first place. I don't want to presume anything because I'm not going to. But I will say this. If Schmucky is there, if Rabbi Schmutzy has decided that they're going on some type of a tour of Iceland. What I think they're really doing is trying to find a community that they can take over. That's what they're doing. They're looking for, again, they're looking for blood in the water. That's what they want. They are going through these communities. They are seeing what they can get their hands on. And is it even all possible that they could take over a community? That's what they're looking for. Is this what's going to happen here? Well, apparently the word got around to the locals about Schmuckwad showing up in their backyard. And they didn't like it. And apparently he got into it, or somebody got into it with him, at a local pub in Iceland.
Let me pause it. Let me slow it down. What the fuck is this shit doing in Iceland? Nah.
He attacked me 3 times. This man is assaulting me. This man is assaulting me. This man is assaulting me.
Oh my goodness, this weak bitch. Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, you a grown fucking man, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Man. This is supposed to be how Judah roll? This is how Judah supposed to deal with situations like this? This nigga, god damn. If they the Lord's people, they some bitch ass niggas. Yeah, if these niggas, yeah, these so-called, these fucking rats that wearing small hats, if they claiming to be the Lord's people, they some bitch ass niggas.
Please call the police on him. He assaulted me. He must call the police, please. He attacked me 3 times. He attacked me 3 times.
Damn, Smoothie. God damn, Smoothie.
He attacked me 3 times. Please call the police.
Fuck Israel. I mean, no. Fuck Amalek. Fuck Amalek.
Fuck Israel. Fuck Israel.
Yes.
I would say fuck Amalek.
You heard them right. They said, fuck Israel, get the fuck out of there, and if you're not careful, they're going to tear your fucking hook nose off and shove it up
That hook nose, that nose.
your ass. You're lucky.
Yeah, shit, I'll just call him Amalek and be done with it. Esau. And their feelings really be hurt then. They be like, Them niggas lose their damn mind, call him Esau, Amalek.
You're in a country of peaceful people.
That nigga want to try to order a strike on my airstrike on my ass. Just one person and drop some bombs on me.
That have healthcare, that have education, that have paid.
Pretty much got everything. They're the first of all nations. Yeah, they're the divine people. They're the Lord's people. They're God's people. Yeah. Yeah, they got everything in the palm of their hand. The earth was given to their hands and weight. This nigga, you know this nigga here. Ooh, that nigga look moist. That long ass shit here. Talking about a Cambridge professor found dead somewhere. It was a scandal. He probably knew too much. What kind of shit? I mean, the shit that's on top of your head. I'm like, what the? I guess that's what they wear in their graduation. I don't know, but anyway. Where I'm at? Oh. Numbers chapter 24, verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of all nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. This end is coming. Hey, Esau, regular ass Esau, Edom, he's falling. His cousin Amalek, he's falling too. With his cousin, with his whatever. They all eat up mice anyway. All these niggas are falling. And damn, they got to come out. They got to be bitch ass niggas at the end. Damn, ain't that some shit when you know your end is coming? They gotta be such bitch ass niggas. And Amalek is the worst. He like, I'm a victim. He attacked me with words. All he said was fuck it. No, fuck Amalek. Fuck Amalek. Man, goddamn kosher sex. What the fuck?
Family leave, that have paternity leave. They have a lot of things that make life worth living. It's kind of comfortable.
No, bro, you forgetting all the free money they get. Taxpayers' money, all the free money they get from, not just from America, it's other countries too. Whatever they dwell at, and a lot of that money coming from overseas, giving them money. They ain't got to work. They don't have to work. Now they have some businesses they run, but a lot of these motherfuckers in Georgia. I mean, America, a lot of these rats ain't got to work ever. Because a lot of the money It's coming out of your pocket, going to theirs. Their children. As soon as these children, like say the children fresh out the mama womb, as soon as they get 18, they're already a damn millionaire. Got their own business. Because they're so-called the Lord's people, which they not.
Cold, but they enjoy life up there. And they do not take kindly to infiltrators like you.
Infiltrate over Goyim, cattle, disrespecting them. Disrespecting the cattle, disrespecting the chosen people, so-called.
Up in their country. They don't want you there. And what's going to end up happening is the Icelandic people are going to rebel against their own government if they do not put up a wall, proverbially, against Zionist Jews coming to their country. Like, we don't want you here. And that's what's going to happen. Schmuckwad is not doing them any favors by doing this. If they had any intention of thinking they were going to get into this little country, because it's actually a great country by most economic and political standards around the world, well, you could kiss that goodbye. So you can thank Schmuckwad for doing an incredibly important task for all of us. For so many of us who are so sick of listening to these stories about these bastards showing up in countries that they don't belong in, all because they have money and they have power and they think, oh yeah, we're totally coming in here and this is our country now. Well, that's not happening here. They're telling him, get the fuck out of here before you really get into trouble. But you see, he wants that trouble. I don't know what it is in his brain that makes him think.
And then these are Edomites, appear to be Edomites, cussing his ass out. Now you know they house is divided too. Yeah, Edom house is divided. No matter where you get, the low levels are tired of the higher ups, or the low levels are tired of these damn rats. Cause Rabbi Smoothie ain't no higher up, but he got some position of power. But anyway, yeah, he's just a crybaby little nigger.
I think that this is a good thing, that this is going to end up helping him and his cause in any way. It's actually not. I don't know how he got out of there, but there's more to it.
He assaulted me. We're gonna take him out there. We're gonna call the police on everybody.
This nigga gonna call the police on the whole bar, nigga. He gonna want to order the airstrike and blow the whole bar up because they're being mean to him.
Nobody feels safe with this.
Just relax.
He cannot assault me as an American citizen.
Nobody can assault.
He assaulted me.
Nobody can.
He tackled me.
Nobody assaulted me.
You're not welcome.
My parents didn't finish college, and
that division. Let's get to the next one. And since I brought that up about division, I love it. I love seeing Esau being divided. Was it man, I got a burp. Mark chapter 3 verse 23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. Yeah, they divided all from even the Iceland. Oh shit, I just played that one.
Mike Huckabee, the U.S. ambassador to Israel, a staunch evangelical Christian Zionist, he was recently called out by U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland, who is now advocating for his resignation. Finally, we actually have somebody just outwardly stating this guy needs to get the hell out of office. I want you guys to take a listen to this clip here, and then let's talk about it.
It's time for our American ambassador in Israel, Mike Huckabee, to resign. The job of an American ambassador is to defend and protect the interests of the United States of America. Ambassador Huckabee has failed to do that. He's become an apologist for the extremist government in Israel. He was asked not that long ago whether he would be okay if Israel took over the lands of what is called Greater Israel, which is not just the West Bank, but the territories of many surrounding countries. His answer?
It would be fine if they took it all.
On his watch, we continue to see American citizens mistreated, wrongfully detained. In fact, as we speak, we have a 20-year-old American student who is being wrongfully detained, a 15-year-old American boy wrongfully detained. We witnessed an 82-year-old Palestinian American man beaten bloody by the IDF. And months ago, 31 of us in the Senate urged Ambassador Huckabee to hold the government of Israel accountable for the killings of more than 9 Americans over just the last 4 years.
Well, damn. Oh yeah, running some of them, shooting them with guns. You know, running them over with bulldozers and shit. I don't know what else. Whole bunch of shit. Oh, I don't know if it's true. I tried looking it up, and of course I looked it up through Google, which that shit ain't coming up. But I was watching one brother video this morning before I left the house. Well, actually I was on my way to going to work in my first yard. And he had one video. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but hey, they doing it. But I don't know if it really went down where there was an FBI raid or some place that was they were doing procedures of sucking up adrenochrome out of children. And some of it was FBI agents already present that were tied with Amalek. Yeah, they were Amalek. They were Amalekites or whatever. What, I don't know. They was arrested. I won't even say arrested because Amalek get arrested? Nigga, they own the law. But anyway, and if Amalek knew there was going to be a raid at something like a place where they doing all this wicked shit, oh, that shit been called off. That shit been called. I don't know if that shit really did went down or really did happen. I don't know. But then again, it probably did, because remember when I was back last year, it was in Las Vegas. I think it was they busted a bunch of people that was dealing with child sex pornography and such, and one of the guys was a small hatter or an Amalekite, and they let that nigga go scot-free, and he took a first class ticket back to Israel, and they never heard that name, and that's it. They just let that nigga go. Anyway,
American citizens killed by either violent settlers on the West Bank or by Israeli security forces. And yet no accountability, no justice. He has claimed to care about Christians in the Holy Land.
Oh, shit. He has claimed to care about, they don't give a fuck about them damn Christians.
I'm going to pause right there. I'm definitely going to talk about Christians in the Holy Land because I work a lot.
They don't give a fuck about them niggas. Hey, wake up call to you Christians.
With Palestinian Christians in Bethlehem.
Not even if Palestinian Christians or American Christians. They don't give a fuck about no Christians.
I don't think, I really, it's unfortunate how much I think people think Mike Huckabee is just another U.S. politician. We talk about like Donald Trump being a puppet to Israel, which he definitely is. Donald Trump spot out more than 200 million. Donald Trump, he doesn't stand for, Donald Trump, his entire ideology is really just about money. It's not really, that's really it. But Mike Huckabee, this guy is a traitor. And, just such a legitimate traitor to this country where in any other country he would be put in prison. He had Jonathan Pollard, the convicted Israeli spy who spent 30 years in federal prison. 30 years in federal...
Oh, yeah, that guy. Supposedly he got 30 years in federal prison. Supposedly. For trading top secret nuclear stuff.
Federal prison.
To Israel or Amalek, which he's Amalek too.
He meets with him at the U.S. Embassy in Israel without the White House knowing. He states that it's fine if Israel took over the entire Middle East, where half a billion people are. You guys understand how much of a chunk of the planet that is? And he's saying, it's fine if Israel took it all. So where are they all going to go? He doesn't care. Why don't we just send them all to Europe, I guess? Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Go to Europe, go to China, go wherever. Half a billion people. Half a billion. That's more than the population of the United States. He wants to gut them out so Israel, a population of 7 million Israeli Jews, can have the entire region. That's how psycho this man is. And when he did that, our sick sellout of a government not only did not condemn him, nothing. They stated, you know what? We stand by Mike Huckabee. We stand by him. That should have been the moment where this guy was fired. And when you talk to him, he says, it's fine. It's the land of Israel. God gave them this land, and they are the chosen people, and we are basically their servants. We're just these like cucks to the chosen people. That's what he says. It's like when you listen to this guy speak, it actually, I look at it like a mental illness. There's something mentally so sick to be like, to just make yourself seem so small to these people you believe are chosen, and you embarrass yourself and denigrate yourself to that degree. You just make yourself look like this puny, insignificant little thing. It's actually just disgusting and embarrassing for him. But he does it. He does it.
Alright, anyway, I'm gonna get to the next one. You wanna watch the rest of it, be my guest, they go to title, they go to channel. Let's see what this was about.
Israel has a secret reason why they don't mind the Strait of Hormuz being blocked. So we, of course, mind it greatly in America, but Israel has other reasons why they're kind of thrilled at how.
And probably because they want to, people be in dire need of resources and such, and pretty much it's all leading to the chip implant, because these niggas are the ones who's responsible for the microchip implants, the mark of the beast. From the brain chip to the one the size of a grain of rice, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. And they be these niggas, and they want to get you microchip.
How this war is going. Yes, they would have loved.
Yeah, it just speeds up the plans to get those microchips going. Slow things down from food, gas, water, all that shit.
To have destroyed the entire regime and installed a puppet there by now. But the Iran war has helped cause a conflict between Iran and the Gulf countries. Israel believe that drives them closer to Israel and away from Iran. It's done some significant damage to Iran, which they always enjoy. They love their neighbors being damaged. It's also helped them with their Leviathan gas field that is now opened up and now a new source of energy that they're very proud of. But there is yet another reason, and that is actually about a pipeline that might be built, that might go through.
Oh, yeah. What is it going through? I forgot. Somewhere around, I don't know. Was it Saudi Arabia? No, Egypt. Something I forgot.
Israel. So let me explain. The Telegraph sets the whole picture for you. They say Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Gulf energy producers have a major problem. The main shipping routes to export their barrels of oil and tanks of gas, the Bab el-Mandab Strait and the Strait of Hormuz, have become too dangerous to use. Iran has blocked Hormuz in the wake of U.S.-Israeli strikes, while exports through Bab el-Mandab and the Red Sea face constant attack from Houthi rebels. It has left Saudi Arabia, as well as some of the region's other key oil producers, searching for a solution. Now, many think that could come in the unlikeliest of places, Israel. Now, actually, it's not that unlikely, and we'll talk to Glenn Greenwald about it in a second. There's some chance that Israel was perfectly aware that the Strait of Hormuz might get blocked, although they told Trump the opposite, and that this might lead to their pipeline becoming a lot more valuable. So that makes it not unlikely, but literally, potentially part of a plan to get us into this war to help Israel in ways that we didn't even know about. So let me tell you a little bit more first. Telegraph explains the scheme would see a pipeline built across the Saudi desert to the Israeli border, where a second pipeline built through Israel in the late 1960s would carry it north to ports on the Mediterranean. If it worked, then it would create a new export route bypassing the Red Sea and Strait of Hormuz. Now, get a load of this. It's not like the Telegraph is just guessing at this. The Israeli officials have talked about it very openly, and a lot of them. We just have two quotes for you for today, and they're plenty, but the piece had many more. They explain brief details of the scheme have been released by Eli Cohen, Israel's energy minister. Quote, the Gulf countries do not want to be dependent on either Iran or the Houthis in Yemen when it comes to their oil exports, which are the primary source of income. If you create a land route, you bypass both Iran and the Houthis. The best route is through the state of Israel. And here's a map so you see how it looks. So you got the oil coming out of Saudi Arabia and the Gulf, and they need internal pipelines there and a pipeline to take it up to Israel. But voila, the last part of the pipeline goes straight through Israel and then past the Strait of Hormuz, which is not necessary at that point, and into Europe. Well, golly gee, look at that lucky break Israel caught with this war. That it makes this a lot more likely. Now, if you're thinking, well, you know, sometimes the people who defend Israel here in America will say, oh, these are minor cabinet officials. They don't really speak for Netanyahu, which is absurd. They are all saying the same thing, but it doesn't matter in this case because Netanyahu himself has said it. So they explain Israel is full of enthusiasm. Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, said the pipeline could break Iran's grip on global energy. Quote, instead of going through the checkpoints of the Hormuz Strait and the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, we just have oil pipelines, gas pipelines going through the west, through the Arabian Peninsula, right up to Israel, right up to our Mediterranean ports, and you've just done away with the choke points for forever. That is definitely possible. So before we get into more of the issues that help.
Oh man, I don't want to hear no more of this. Let's see what this is. This is something new that I just found, or not found. The Lord gave me. Let's see what this is about.
I can't think of anything worse. Well, maybe there's a couple things than being called a colonizer, because that means you join a long list of people responsible for just horrific things over the course of history. If you're a colonizer, that's not.
I think they're talking about Iceland. I'm not sure. I think they might be talking about. I know it's okay, it's the Philippine island of Singapore, where I can't pronounce that.
Good. But apparently it's an aspiration for some. Israeli tourists are colonizing an island in the Philippines. Let's give you more from Al Jazeera.
Filipinos say Israelis are taking over this protected island, and locals are fighting back.
The aggressions from microaggressions to
these fucking rats, bro. Well, these rats come and taking their territory. They pissing everywhere. They little, you know what rats do. They spray their little oil piss and shit, and they scurry on saying this is our spot now. Yeah, that's what they doing, and they being aggressive. They tearing shit up.
Even bigger incidents are forms of neocolonization.
Siargao is a protected island, and Filipinos want to preserve its marine life. But in recent years, Israelis have flocked to the island after serving in the military during the genocide in Gaza. Siargao locals have held protests against the influx of Israeli tourists. In August 2023, a Chabad house, or Hasidic Jewish community center, was opened in Siargao to exclusively house other Israelis. Local residents said the business was illegal and didn't have the permit to operate. Many say the Chabad house also hosts parties until the early hours and disrespects neighbors. And despite locals protesting, the owners are continuing with the expansion of the Chabad project anyway.
One very big problem we have with community centers like the Chabad house that's being established is how they openly market themselves as a retreat for their armed forces. Like fresh out of war, they'll ship.
Shit, what the fuck is that? Them niggas. They muzzle their rifles at the camera person.
Them to
go back to that shit.
For their armed forces, like fresh out of war, they'll ship them to my country, to Thailand, to India, so they can blow off steam, which is what they do. They like have their own raves, they have their own events, they have their
no rhythm niggas.
Exclusive cultural gatherings or whatever. My country is not prepared for this mental health crisis.
Man, they not prepared for a rat infection. They're not prepared for the rat invasion. The rats wearing small hat invasion.
That they are dumping upon my people.
Locals in Siargao say Israelis are building illegally, threatening and attacking business owners, and harassing the island's LGBTQ community.
Oh man, oh man, they're probably trying to get in fights with transgenders. Oh man, from Thailand. Yup, Thailand motherfucker got his ass whooped by some transgender prostitute. That nigga got his ass whooped. That nigga was blue. No, he had black eyes. That nigga was missing a tooth. That nigga was getting his ass whooped by that damn trans nigga. And now they want to fight some damn trans niggas in the Philippines.
It makes us feel very displaced and disrespected and almost helpless. We've been here centuries and suddenly this new group of people is trying to like insert themselves. They're on tourist visas, right? But their intention is not to be tourists. They're trying to settle here.
Locals have also reportedly complained online that Israelis have refused to pay restaurant bills and even called...
What a bunch of losers, bruh. What a bunch of fucking loot. Why don't y'all, hey man, y'all, and there's a lot of Israelites there in the Philippines. Y'all need to run them rats out of there, man. Run them motherfuckers out of there. Get your. Now I ain't advocating violence, but shit, you need to run them niggas out of there. Do whatever you can do, man. Get them rats out of there, bruh. Put some damn rat poison out there. Put your rat traps out there, you know. If you gotta get a BB gun and shoot a rat, then go right ahead and do that shit. I'm talking about rats. I ain't talking about people. I'm talking about rats. If you want to get rid of some rats, because that's what I have to do, get rid of rats. I had to get rid of some rats in my basement. I had to shoot them with the BB gun or put some traps out. Them motherfuckers like, squeak, squeak, squeak. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't have brought your own little nasty ass in my house. But that's how you can deal with a rat. Anyway.
Filipino staff, slaves. And Rich believes it's part of a wider issue of Israeli tourists acting superior to Filipinos.
There's a huge tendency for them to disrespect people of other cultures. There are cases of them talking down to Filipinos.
And hey man, y'all better keep an eye on your children. And them children be missing. When them rats show up, guess what? Them kids gonna be disappearing by the record numbers.
You know, talking down to other Asians, treating us like we're lesser than them.
In May, a group of Israeli tourists reportedly attacked a cafe on the island that displayed a Palestinian flag, assaulting one of its Filipino owners and damaging the property.
Well, fucking violent rats.
Can't unsee that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start right there. I ain't gonna let her keep talking because I got more videos to cover. Man, that's a bunch of violent rats. This is what you got to do with the holy people, so-called holy. What is this? Micah chapter 2, verse 1, because you know this is all planned out. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they cover fields, take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So the oppressor man and his house, even a man and his heritage. But these niggas here are violent. They being just taking shit, not paying for nothing. They just some bunch of deadbeats. Some deadbeat so-called holy people, divine people, so-called chosen people. They're just deadbeats. They don't pay the bill. They dine and dash with they divine, so-called divine ass, and yeah. Anyway,
yo, let's talk about it. Yeah, man, this your boy. You can call.
I think some of you may have seen that while this didn't happen in the States, this happened in Thailand. I'm pretty sure that's where it happened.
oh, I'm guessing did they fight with a transgender in Thailand? Oh, this is in Philippines. Baby killer Israeli gets clobbered by an American in Philippines airport. Somebody had to knock a rat out when they got BAM! Take that, motherfucker. Knock that small head off your little rat head.
I want you to understand that the Icelanders are doing a great job. But then again, there was a confrontation between an American and a Zio scum at the international airport in Bangkok. I'm pretty sure that's where this happened. Here we go. Once again,
I guess the guy in blue was the one getting his ass. Well, that's the one in blue. He was the small hatter.
I'm going to start again because, like I said, unfortunately, I don't know what system is being used, but it's not coming in clearly in terms of the imagery. But I want you to look a little close at this. It's kind of embarrassing. Right, we're going to start it again. Let's see what happens. Cross your fingers and your toes if you can. We need clear imagery. Now, if you're wondering what this is a fist fight at the airport between an Israeli and an American. But I gotta say, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Oh, now, what the fuck happened to his hair?
Now, we all know that Israelis are weird and inbred.
Well, either this must be the Israeli. Yeah, this must be the Israeli. What the fuck happened to his hair? You couldn't might as well just cut the rest of that shit off.
Many respects, but I don't know what in the hell is going on with this guy's hair.
My mistake. I'm thinking the one who whooping ass, he probably the one starting the fight. But yeah, this nigga hell. He got them damn curly fry weeds that were them curly fry growing and I don't know what the fuck. How the fuck you let all that patch of hair on your side of your head grow out on the side of your damn head? I guess he wanted some ear muffins or something. I don't know. But then the rest of it, everything on the head is straight up bald. And I guess he takes a razor to that shit, which he don't supposed to do. But whatever.
Whoever this is, whoever told him that this was a great hairstyle. I mean, I've seen bald patches before, or whatever. Some people who just can't let go of their hair. I don't know what is going on there, but that is definitely one of the most bizarre lack of hairstyles I've ever seen.
Because these niggas are bizarre. They just bizarre. Whatever. Everything they do is bizarre and weird.
I don't know how anybody didn't convince him to just shave it all off, or did the barber just forget to finish the job? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he owed the barber money. That's what happened. That nigga ran out. The barber wanted the money when he was halfway done with the damn job cutting his hair, and then he ran out of that bitch and never paid. Said, fuck it, I'll just take care of the rest. Shit, fucking losers.
Because that's what it looks like. It looks like he just forgot. to finish the job. So this should come as really no surprise. No one would be accusing them of doing anything other than looking completely inbred, and this would definitely be a case of that. I thought for a second, is that some weird type of headphones he's got on?
No, I thought it was some earmuffs. Anyway, this is the guy just roasting him about his hair. Oh, hairphones.
Something was said regarding him being an Israeli and an IOF soldier.
I thought it was something to do about his haircut.
And he was called a baby killer. That's been confirmed by a lot of people that were there. They said, yeah, he called him a baby killer. And he lost his mind over that. Okay. The Zionist side is claiming that he said that Hitler should have finished the job. That's what he's saying. And you know what? If that is what was said, you have allowed it to fester to a point in which people are starting to talk like this.
So what? Anyway. But really, Hitler, all he was targeting was, I want to say Hitler, Amalek, because Amalek killing his own people. Hell, a lot of them damn small headers were nothing but Nazis. And all they doing, getting rid of the undesirables. That's all. They were getting a bunch of losers out of the picture. And other people. But anyway, and a lot of jakes over there. I mean, I don't know what was going on back then. We only find out when the Lord shows us this stuff. I'm alright, I ain't gonna play no more of these. What is this? Flood out of the streets. Killer cop. Murder of black man for identified. Now they ain't said much about this shit. Now they blew that dude brains out or shot him in the head. Damn, they ain't saying much about that. I think that's that video. Yeah, male Karen, yeah, Edomites. Nigga about to go hacking your ass. You got an axe. Shit, let's get to the next one. These niggas losing their damn mind.
Check this out. This is how I can afford this Jeep.
Since reaching a ceasefire with Hamas in October 2025, the Israeli military has not stopped attacking Palestinians in Gaza. Now that Netanyahu is rejecting a disarmament deal and pledging to stay in Gaza indefinitely, it's worth taking a closer look at what Israel has been doing there month by month. I'll talk about that in a moment, but to get you up to date first, last week, after the Board of Peace, the U.S. and Hamas reached a deal that would see Hamas disarm and relinquish power in exchange for Israel.
I ain't playing this shit.
The Non-Sectarian Anti-Nazi League kept going into the 70s and mid-70s when James Sheldon died. And the Anti-Defamation League has been spying ever since. And I was speaking at a...
Wait a minute, what did he say?
The Non-Sectarian Anti-Nazi League kept going into the 70s and mid-70s when James Sheldon died. And the Anti-Defamation League has been spying ever since. And I was speaking at a fundraiser years ago in LA, where Jonathan Greenblatt flew in, but I want access to your spy records. Not contemporary, but the old ones. And he said, no, because we're still spying and still using the same techniques.
Wow. Did we all know that the ADL is spying in on Americans? We've got a lot more on that, and I want to ask Sabby about it in a second. But that was historian and USC professor Stephen J. Ross, and he was talking about Jonathan Greenblatt at the ADL. And Sabby, I want to show you one more clip from Ross, because these admissions are stunning, and they're saying it like it's no big deal, and apparently everybody on the inside already knew it. And if you guys didn't recognize that laugh, I don't blame you. Who can recognize the laugh? But that was Rachel Maddow thinking that was hilarious, that the ADL spies in on innocent Americans. So let's watch more from Ross.
And I said, what are you talking about? I know what your techniques are. You send in, they weren't really sending in agent provocateurs, but they would ask members throughout the country to go to these meetings, to take notes, and to send them to their local chapters, which would then send them to headquarters. And they had, they would eventually have a few agent provocateurs, but that wasn't their main objective. But I thought, okay, you don't want to do it, that's fine. But I guess he was trying to protect the names of those in the past.
Sabby, there's a lot to break down here, and I'm going to get to Greenblatt's comments where he basically gave a confession. It was kind of amazing. But before we even get to that, so they infiltrate all of our different groups on the left and the right, as Greenblatt's going to explain in a little bit. And apparently, a lot of people in Washington know this, that the ADL is spying in on Americans on behalf of Israel, and that they also have agent provocateurs to what? Instigate things to get the group in trouble, and then use it as a pretense to what? Arrest them, take away their freedoms? They're acting like it's perfectly normal. This is not normal. This is crazy, isn't it?
Yes, a lot of this happens on X, formerly known as Twitter. A lot of these accounts that don't have a face or it's like a picture of a cartoon or something like that. I watch people argue with these accounts, and I just look at the page and see when was this account created, what's the activity on it, and it's very clear a lot of that activity does take place on these social media platforms like X. There's also infiltration in Discord groups as well. But basically, we are losing our right to privacy here in the United States, and this is something that I look back on Edward Snowden, and I feel like, as Americans, I feel like we failed Edward Snowden.
Well, whatever. Who gives a fuck about that nigga? He just dropped a little info here and there. What your ass need to do is seek the Lord. I know the Lord won't. Hey man. Anyway,
I think part of this has to do with the fact that during the Obama
America
era, and there was this whole at that time.
Never had no freedom here in this bitch. This definitely ain't your rest.
You couldn't really criticize Obama. That's really how it felt. But looking back, how Edward Snowden tried to warn us, they are watching you. They are spying on you. I feel like America, we really should have stood up for Edward Snowden at that time.
Well, bitch, you should be standing up for Yahweh Shema Rashad. Fuck these damn crackers. And let these motherfuckers destroy their... Because this world is coming to an end is on their ass. You need to be praying to the Lord. And all you niggas need to be praying to the Lord to get you out of this hellhole. Not to be staying here worrying about your freedom and all that shit. When these nukes come and hit this bitch, you can kiss that freedom goodbye. Who gives a fuck about a freedom here in America? Once you get saved out of here, you be like, yeah, you finally free from this place. Heck yeah. You free from this place. But you get delivered out of here.
This is happening under
Not
the Trump
just in America, but the whole world, shit.
administration, but it's bipartisan. Under the Biden administration,
Sorry, I had to say all that. It was a rant, but I couldn't help myself.
we saw this crackdown on privacy and an increase on censorship when it came to the Uhuru movement and Chairman Amalek Yeshatela. The DOJ came after them and said, we are going to indict you because your emails show that you may have been thinking about entertaining people.
Oh, man. Thought police and all that shit. Yeah.
At Russia, now they're trying to tell you what you were thinking. It's very dangerous. And I said to myself, if this can happen under the Democrats, what's going to happen if Trump gets back in office? Like, both of these parties support this invasion of privacy, and they do support, obviously, increasing censorship just on different issues. Under the Biden administration, we saw censorship increase with the pandemic. And under the Trump administration, now the censorship is coming about Israel. And my biggest fear is Marco Rubio listed these individuals and these organizations. I'm afraid that the Trump administration is going to try to make this law or this rule that it is going to be illegal to criticize Israel in this country.
Oh, yeah, they've been in the making. They've been talking about that shit for a year or 2 years. We know. And that's pretty much the famine of the world, because that's all we talk about, Esau, Amalek. Yeah, and they wicked ass. That's all we talk about, and that's going to lead to the famine of the world. Yeah, it's going to be a time. It's going to be a time of being silent.
And I know that may sound far gone, but look at what's happening in the UK. I mean, they have really strict, laws around this kind of thing now. People are going to jail. And so if we lose our speech, we lose everything, you guys.
Yeah. Look, nobody knows that better than me. I got banned from the United Kingdom for criticizing Israel. It's mental.
Yeah, you're going to be banned from the country. You're going to be, banned from Walmart. You're going to be banned. Your bank going to ban your ass and debank you and take all your money. And shit. What else? I don't know. Oh yeah, what they were talking about was his name, Jonathan Major. He in some movie. I was gonna play a video about it. I was like, man, fuck that shit, ain't even worth it. He in some movie funded by Amalek on the Daily Wire, trying to promote some damn propaganda about whatever Hamas or some terrorist shit, or I don't know. Anyway, it looks fucking stupid. Anyway,
the West is supposed.
Oh my goodness, boy, y'all, you could just left that shit be. Anyway,
to stand for freedom, and they literally took my freedom of movement away from me because I've criticized Israel, and that's not all. Obviously, we had the student protesters get arrested, get put on blacklists.
It's gonna be like that soon. It's not gonna just be being against Israel. It's gonna be against their damn chip implants. For these niggas gonna be pushing, but it's ultimately gonna be the famine of the word too. Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh. God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Yep. And and also, you thinking as soon as the word is truth is shut down from other ears to hear, yeah, they're gonna be coming after some of us. Or really, just say all of us. Yep. They're gonna be hunting us down, the believers of Yahweh Hashem Shah. Damn niggers. They're gonna be hunting us down. Yep.
Judea and Samaria is where our story in the land of Israel began. It is where it will continue. We are not going anywhere.
Judea and Samaria is the West Bank. That is the term that fascist Israelis use because they think they are the chosen people and the Übermensch, and that the Palestinians should be driven from that land, murdered, moved, ethnically cleansed, because they think God whispered in their ear 3,000 years ago, murder the Palestinians and take their land. Are you sure you're listening to God, or are you listening to someone else?
But first off, the Palestinian, the people over there, that's not their land. They're not indigenous to that land. No, they're not indigenous to that land. I don't even know when they show up there, but they're not indigenous there. But at least they're not doing worse. I mean, worse than them damn rats are. Them rats are they fucking up that land. Like, I mean, the Palestinians, at least they keeping the olive tree. You know what I'm saying? The olive trees are indigenous, but let them keep growing. These rats want to destroy it. They want to pee on the trees, burn them down, spray pesticide on the trees. Boy, these niggers got to go, bro. These small head niggers got to go. These rat niggers need to fucking go. Goodness gracious. That shows you these people are not the people. They're just a bunch of fucking Edomite niggers. Fucking destroying. Wherever they go, everything dies. Look at these, but then like all them folks from all these countries want them niggers out of there. They like, we don't want you here. The more you niggas show up, the more our children be missing. Get the fuck out of our country. And hide your children. Don't forget about that.
This story, unfortunately, has a lot more to it.
And keep your water safe, because hell, them niggas might piss in your water. Ain't no telling. These niggas are fucking nasty, man. Heck yeah. Well, I remember that footage when this little rat was bathing in a whale. Somebody's whale water. This nigga was all in that whale water. You nasty little nigger. Wanna drop a rock on that motherfucker. When it got me a big ass rock, a pew boom. Cause now the water ain't shit. Cause this nigga's monkey ass is all in the water, pissing, shitting in the water, on nasty rat. While he down here, you take this motherfucking rock, nigga. Pew boom. Drop it on his ass. He wouldn't have been dead, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Including the reign of terror that the Israelis are doing in the West Bank. Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, so right now, the UN is saying there is an unprecedented level of violence in the occupied West Bank, and it's bringing everything to a breaking point. And we know that the atrocities being committed by Israel extend far beyond Gaza, but now the West Bank is finally getting some attention from the international community. So the UN Security Council held its second meeting on the Middle East in 2 weeks. On Tuesday, as experts and ambassadors discussed the attacks, arrests, demolitions, and displacements in the occupied territory. And according to the UN, there have been more than 1,430 incidents of Israeli settler violence affecting about 260 Palestinian communities this year alone. And while the world is focused elsewhere, people in the West Bank have been suffering without the benefit of extensive media coverage. So while the fragile ceasefire in Gaza and regional tensions consume...
Yeah, you got tourists. What about the tourist violence from these rats? They suppose they posing as tourists, but they actually settlers too. They settling in somebody else's land. They act like they tourists. They came in. They brought everything in there. Shit, you think they just there for 3 nights? No, they there for 3 fucking months, maybe the rest of their life, until somebody kill their ass. Cause they don't want their ass there. Yeah, they goddamn take them rats out. Shit.
Much of the international community's attention, the West Bank is at a breaking point, and that is from UN Deputy Special Coordinator for the Middle East Peace Process, Ramiz Alakbarov. And he told the council, saying settler violence has reached unprecedented levels. The pattern is clear. Palestinian populations are increasingly being forcibly displaced from villages across the West Bank before settlers seize the vacated land. And the numbers are expectedly very bleak. So far this year, 75 Palestinians have been killed in the West Bank, and 3,800
Well, that sucks for them. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, shit. Hey, man, the Lord gonna use those Allah Abba folks is something, whatever purpose. But I don't care. I mean, I hate them to be they fucking up my slaves, killing my slaves off. How dare you? How dare you rats kill my slaves, nigga? Hey, man. These rats should be put to death. Goddamn killing my slaves. That's my property. That's my future property. I don't give a fuck how anybody feels. I talking about some damn Israelis or fake ass motherfuckers. Fuck them niggas. Man, they killing my slaves, nigga. And you don't supposed to kill. Hell, you looking at these niggas are so stupid. They talking about some goyim and cattle and all that shit. But then you want to go and murder them. You got to use them for labor, motherfuckers. Just like they used us for labor. Hell, you Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Indians. They used us as labor. Shit, them motherfuckers had us selling us. They owned the slave trade. They owned the boats. They owned the slave auctions. Hell, even at the slave auction, they would close on Jewish holidays. Tell me what's up with that. Yeah, these fucking niggers. Let's get to the next one. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Whether you're a pro or want pro quality, Harbor Freight understands your job depends on.
A major diplomatic row has erupted between Israel and the United Kingdom. Britain has strongly rebuked Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after he referred to the UK as an Islamic republic. A UK government spokesperson.
Because they didn't want to play their role or bow down to bow down or some shit. Whatever.
Called the remarks completely unacceptable, adding that London had formally raised the issue with the Israeli government. Britain's sharp response came after Netanyahu made the controversial remark during an interview on an Israeli army radio podcast while criticizing British media coverage of Israel. Netanyahu said, "Someone once said that the first Islamic republic with nuclear weapons would be the Islamic Republic of Britain." The remarks quickly triggered outrage in London and sparked a fresh diplomatic dispute between the two allies. During the interview, Netanyahu was discussing Winston Churchill's grandson and his support for Israel during the 1967 Arab-Israeli War. He questioned whether Britain still had the same level of support for Israel today before making the controversial remark.
They probably do. This is a bunch of bullshit talk. I don't know.
Netanyahu said sarcastically, "Go find that in Britain today, which you could call the Islamic Republic of Britain." Later in the podcast, Netanyahu appeared to reference remarks made by U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance during the 2024 Munich Security Conference, when Vance suggested that Britain could become the first nuclear-armed Islamist country. Vance had made the remarks after the Labour Party's victory in the July 4, 2024 general election. At the time, then-Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner dismissed the comments, telling ITV that Vance had said quite a lot of fruity things in the past.
Fruity? He said a lot of fruity things. What the hell we think about fruity thing and gay? Well, J.D. Vance got a background on that.
I don't
recognize fucking women's garments and makeup.
That character.
Still wearing that makeup. Eyeliner.
Netanyahu continued, "Someone once said that the first Islamic republic with nuclear weapons would be the Islamic Republic of Britain. We are making sure there won't be another one here in Iran." Netanyahu's latest remarks have now reignited the controversy. Speaking to BBC Radio on Friday, Israeli government spokesperson David Mencer sought to play down the row. He said Netanyahu was quoting someone else's remarks, referring to...
All right, whatever. Let's get to the next one.
So Rick Sanchez, I don't know if you know, used to have a show on CNN, and then he said something about the Jews running the media, and he got fired. Isn't that what happened?
That's a strange episode of Rick and Morty.
And so now he does a show on RT, and nobody knows it because they banned RT in the United States. Because, home of the free.
Yeah, we don't need propaganda here from other countries. We just need it from one country, and they are Russian, but don't call them that or you're anti-Semitic.
So he climbed the ranks of the media, the corporate media. He was at NBC, he was at Fox News, he was at CNN. Now he's coming clean. There are lines in the media that you simply cannot cross. So let's listen to what he says, because he says if you criticize Israel's actions,
and every aspect of Western media is closely controlled by Jewish Zionists, but not Jewish people, but Jewish Zionists. Separating Amalek. Yeah, separating Amalek from one. Oh, no. They're all on the same damn plate, bowl, group, whatever you want to call it. They're all damn rats wearing small hats. Zionists or not. Fuck that shit, man. These niggas love playing that shit. Separate the Zionists from these people. Anyway.
or offer an ounce of nuance regarding Iran, you're just not you're unemployable. Let's listen.
As you know, I worked at CNN, I worked at Fox News, I worked at NBC, and in all of those places, if I was to say something that was positive toward Iran or antagonistic toward Israel, you're done, you're finished, you're fired. And not only that, they will make sure you don't work again anywhere in the U.S.
What
media.
kind of holy people are them? What kind of divided individuals are them? Oh yeah, they want to try to they want to have somebody on your ass for the rest of your life fucking with you. Oh yeah, you out of the club, and and he's in the club of being a professional I would say actor in the news game and such. Yeah, they'll avoid your ass. Yeah, they can make sure he's on the list. Avoidance. He's on that blacklist or whatever.
Yeah, for the most part. Today, that's different because people have podcasts and alternative media has become powerful enough that there are voices now in the.
Maybe he might be getting into the. Probably ain't. They probably gonna end up deleting his shit every time he logs in and trying to get on the podcast. They probably gonna get rid of it, especially on YouTube.
Media in the United States, not the corporate media, but outside the corporate media, who have just as big a reach, and they are changing things. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens.
But then again, you got those same individuals. But even though you got Tucker Carlson, this guy, and the Candace Owens talking about small hatters, man, come on, man, they all on the same fucking team. They're all Freemasonic niggers. So don't fall for that shit. And I'm pretty sure he's one of them. They all on the same goddamn team. Anyway.
Cenk Uygur.
Jimmy Dore.
Yeah, Jimmy Dore. He a Freemason too, right?
Those voices.
Yeah, he mad. What about me, nigga?
In the F, Jimmy Dore.
And my voice are voices where I'm not here to be pro-Iran. I'm not here to be against Iran. I'm here to find the truth. And that's what journalism is supposed to be. I feel like I can't find an entity in my own country today that allows me to do that, which is why I align myself now more journalistically, just in terms of location, with Russia. I feel like in Russia, I'm more able to ask good questions and be more honest about the real geopolitical situation in the world than I would be if I was working at CNN or Fox News, for example.
So I 100% believe him. He's got more journalistic freedom in Russia than he would have in corporate media in the United States. Not hard to believe, is it, Kurt?
No, not. Could it work out if it was in China? Because he started talking bad about Xi Jinping, then, yeah, his ass probably be, I don't know.
Russia has more free speech than...
What is this? I'm out. Indonesia, coast earthquake. Yeah, they had an earthquake somewhere recently.
The UK, and coming soon here.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Trump was already deported people who were here illegally, legal residents, going to school, going to college, and deported them because they criticized Israel. So that doesn't happen in Russia. Yeah, you have way more. Isn't that wild? You have way more free speech in Russia, not only as a journalist, but just as a student in college.
I don't know about way more free speech in Russia, but yeah, I don't know about that, but whatever.
There you go. That's your MAGA for you.
It's more free speech in Saudi Arabia. And I'd love to play that festival so I can apologize for America on foreign Saudi soil, personally. Please give me that opportunity, Saudi Arabia. Thank you.
All right, let's get to the last one.
With Kalshi, you can make predictions on anything, right from the palm of your hand.
Sounds great.
but only goalies can use their hands.
And what you're reading now?
What I'm reading?
Yeah.
It's a book by a historian by the name of Barry Strauss. It's called The Jews Against Rome.
The Jews Against Rome?
By the name of Barry Strauss. It's called The Jews.
The Jews versus Rome? Well, they weren't them. No, the people that was running Rome, I guess he talking about ancient Rome. It was you niggas, you fake Jew niggas was running Rome. Amalek. The real Jews were, Benjamin, Levi. Well, Levi was Southern Kingdom. I just say that Judah, the so-called blacks or so-called Negroes. You had some scatters of Northern Kingdom living in that area with us. But hell. Anyway.
Against Rome. Jews against Rome.
What made you pick it up?
Well, we lost that one. I think we have to win the next one.
Huh? Oh, they talking about what?
And what did he say by his own admission? Rome is the United States.
Yeah, Rome, ancient Rome. Spiritual Rome. I thought he was talking about ancient Rome. The Jews versus Rome. I thought it was ancient Rome. But no, they talking about United States.
So we've shown
you. Who the hell? Look at this nigga. Another rabbi. Look, bugged the fuck out. Is that Smoothie? No.
You time and time again.
They all look the same.
Mental illness
fucking bugged the fuck out
of the people who live in Israel, that they've done polls, and something like 80%.
That's his name right there.
Of them think that they're not using enough force against the Palestinians.
That's what I say. Agree to disagree.
They're all for it. It's a mind virus that goes through the whole population of Israel. Now, I'm not saying Jews, because lots of Jews outside of Israel don't go along with it.
That's what you told me about it.
Think about this. That's right. Think about this. A third of the Jews in New York City voted for Mamdani.
Whatever. Shit.
Think about that. They hate Israel too. A lot of Hasidic Jews hate the idea.
Hate Israel. They should be hating Amalek.
They think that the idea of a country called Israel is a blaspheme. So don't make the mistake of saying it's all Jews, but it is all Zionists, and it is almost all the.
I know I ain't gonna make them say it's all Jews, or all Israel. I'm gonna say it's all Amalek, cause they really Amalek.
All the Jews who live in Israel. And here's a perfect example of how crazy they are. They really believe this biblical prophecy because they read the Bible literally, which is of course a mistake.
No, they read the Talmud. They read the Talmud. They don't give a damn about what's in the Bible. The Torah, the Bible, whatever, they don't care. It's the Talmud.
The Bible was never meant to be taken literally.
Even literal standards?
No, they're not following the Bible. They're following the Talmud.
It doesn't apply to what they're saying. Even if you want to take it literally, it doesn't apply. They're going off Talmud, by the way. That's not Bible. That's not Torah. That's
yeah, I knew he gonna kick in and say something, cause he normally be the one with the brain. Yeah, he ain't got much of a brain. He just be funny, but he gonna say some shit, cause he knows something.
Talmud. That's the spoken oral tradition. So no, even literally it don't work. It doesn't work on any level. If you want to take it literally, they'll be vomited out of the land, according to Jeremiah, because they didn't keep the covenant.
That's right.
But that's not them. Still, that's not them. They talking about the real Israelites being vomited out of the land. They ain't talking about them people. Yeah, they gonna be vaporizing. They leaving out of that land. They leaving out of that land with their suitcases. They going to Thailand, fighting with damn transgenders and prostitutes, and they over there in what that place called? Philippines. They over in Argentina. They over in this place, that place, everywhere, scattered everywhere, getting the hell out of damn Israel, cause they're not safe there, which they supposed to be safe. But anyway, they leaving out of there. But the Lord's gonna clean that shit up, clean that damn land up, vaporize them rats. Yeah, but what he talking about in Jeremiah now, that's for that was talking about the Israelites that are scattered. the true Israelites that are scattered, not these rats I'm talking about, but the true Israelites that are scattered, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled bird that look like the heathens. Might look like them too.
You are correct. So here is a guy named Yom Tov Glasser, a top rabbi close to Netanyahu, just exposed Israel's real plan for Western relations that refused, Western nations that refused to bend the knee to Israel. He openly declares that the moment America and Europe stop supporting the Jews, they will be brought to their knees and annihilated.
Oh, that's not, they probably gonna nuke America. Oh shit, they gonna nuke America. And it was this. He openly declared that the moment America and Europe stop supporting, yeah, they gonna try to create false flag events. Yeah, they probably gonna be false flag events of nuking America or bombing, doing some attacks in Europe. Yeah. I knew there'd be some thunder, and I heard something really.
Think I'm kidding? Let's listen.
Because the most powerful nations in the world have to go down to their knees. That's what happened to Egypt. That's what's going to happen to America.
They're going to have to go down to their knees and blow Israel.
Yeah.
But it's never going to happen. Why, Kurt? Because most of the people are over 50, can't get down on their knees. Because they
Get a sex swing.
Because we sent all our knee replacement healthcare money to Israel.
Yeah. Well, knee pads maybe. Maybe wheelchair.
So
what?
Here, let's play more.
It's going to happen to Germany. It's what's going to happen to France. It's what's going to happen to London. England's going to happen to Poland. It's what's going to happen to Russia. That's what's going to happen to China. It's what's going to happen to North Korea. They're all going to go down to their knees.
Well, it's like Israel is like.
What do they got when they plan? Look at this look right there. He's like, yes, they're all going to. They're all. We got a dastardly plan to make to do evil. These are evil doers, bruh. These are the evil doers. Boy, hey, if y'all feel like y'all want to go and do some shit like that, be my guest. I don't give a fuck. Hey man, showing you who the wicked are. These niggas making death threats.
Epstein and Weinstein made a Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
What you want?
And all see Hashem.
What's that? When you say Hashem, what's his name, nigga?
Because as long as they keep helping us, they'll get a bracha. And they're not going to go down their knees. They're going to get a little more time. You guys want more time? I don't want more time. So you understand, when I hear they're friends with us, they're just perpetuating more of this status quo. They're all going to go down. They're all going to go down.
You gonna go down with them too, Amalek?
Down to their knees, especially the Western ones. The Zohar says that they're going to go down hard for how they treated us over the last 2,000 years, for the destruction of the Second Temple, and how they treated us. Hashem's going to take them down hard.
I'm sorry.
You mean Satan? Well, yo, you know who? No, not Satan, but Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, you're gonna take them down hard with America, and you gonna go down with them, Amalek. You gonna destroy Edom. America, them European countries, you're going to destroy a whole bunch of these countries. And shit, and you too, my big nose friend.
Rome did that.
Yeah.
What? The Zohar. Oh, man, I'm getting so hard hearing about this blowjob we're going to give.
Anyway, let me stop this video. If you want to watch the rest of it. What the hell you doing, man? Get your ass. Hey, man, come on, bro. You need to move. Move. Dizzy, move. Man, this damn dog, she's so scared. She like, oh, it's thunder. I can't. She ain't like she don't know what to do. Damn. I'm like a baby. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. If you want to watch the rest of it, be my guest. They go to the title of the video. They go to the channel. I don't want to play it anymore about this shit they talking about. Anyway, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And then how the Lord speaking? He's speaking through his prophets, the men of the Lord that scattered all over the world. Even him who's coming after the working of Satan, working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. And who that be? Esau, even so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot nigga named Amalek. And his end, oh man, he's coming to an end. And this nigga here, the rabbi, he talking about some damn America and what you call it. You niggas gonna be down on your knees too, bitch, when the Lord returns. When Yahweh Shah returns and he have King David and the 144,000 with the angels too, the real chosen people, what they man, you niggas gonna be down on your knees, bowing to us, nigga. Anyway, that's all I gotta say, man. But seek the Lord by seeking His prophets and take heed what they say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. Yeah, they gonna be down on their knees, praising us. And if they ain't, well, we gonna mess you up. But anyway, what I about to say? Oh yeah, to all the men out there, hold on, lose my train of thought. To all the men out there preaching this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah, keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and your trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for the men who ain't preaching and teaching, but still praying like heaven to Yahweh Shema Shah, and keeping your faith strong and hanging in there, keep on doing what you got to do, man. And I know y'all heard that. Me, Herb, and rap this. I'm gonna have to plug my laptop to some other power source. Yeah. But for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there, I already said that. You few sisters out there, see, I got distracted, man. Now I feel like I need to be hiding underneath the table with my dog. She all scared because it's thunder. Yeah, I be like, I'm gonna come down there with you, doggy. Nah, not really. Shit. What I about to say? Oh, you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble and stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shema Shah, peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And I'm losing my train of thought again. Anyway, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh. God dang! That is a big one. Yeah, I'm about to plug this thing in soon. Dang! Boy, I ain't never, boy, that shit loud as hell, boy. Anyway, Shalom.